Hey guys, it's Natasha. So today I thought I would film a favorites video since it's probably, I think it's been over a year since I filmed a favorites video, which is a really long time. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna mostly try to focus on recent favorites, not favorites that I've had over like the year that I haven't filmed a favorites video for. Also, if you haven't noticed, since it's been a while since I filmed a video, it's probably been actually like a month since I filmed a video. School has just been crazy right now, and I've been focusing my time on that, so I haven't been able to upload a video. But in that time, I colored my hair. I will eventually be doing a video on my hair color and all about my hair color. So if you are curious about that, there will be a video coming on that, I promise. I'm probably going to film it like once I've refreshed my hair color, because if you can believe it, this is actually faded slightly. It doesn't, like, this color is amazing. It doesn't look that faded. But anyways, so I am just going to jump into my favorites right now. Let's go. So my first favorite that I've got here is I'll just show you. I bought the Tarte, this is the Brazilians Plus tanning self-tanner. This I wouldn't say is my favorite, like it's a nice product, but I don't notice really a huge difference in being more tan. But the glove that comes with this, holy moly, this is the best tanning mitt I've ever used in my life. I like that it's like double-sided, so you can use both sides of it. It's super duper soft, like it's really soft, whereas like most tanning mitts are more of like a sponge. This is almost like, I don't know if you can really see, like it's soft. I don't know, it's like fuzzy. It's beautiful. Glides the product on beautifully. It's also really, really easy to clean. I found with other tanning mitts that are more of like that spongy material, the product doesn't come off of it, like it's still there, you know, whereas this I can just use water and the product just rinses right off. So they're really easy to clean. This is actually still wet, I just cleaned it. And then also a major plus, the last tanning mitt I had was just one of the, I don't know what brand it was, I paid like $8 for it, and it was so disappointing because it would leak through to my hand, and like what's the point of wearing a tanning mitt at that point if it's just gonna leak through to my hand? This does not do that at all. It's super thick as well, so you don't have to worry about the product running through and getting all over your hands, which is nice. And again, like it's double-sided, which helps with that as well, because sometimes the ones that only have the sponge on one side and then it's just more of like that mesh material on the other side, if anything happens to somehow get on the other side, it can like leak through to your hands and it's just a mess. So this has been amazing. I've been loving this. I have been using it with this because I'm just kind of like I'm still trying to find a self-tanner that I really, really like. I really want to try Loving Tan, but if anyone knows a way to get it to Canada that you don't have to pay $1 million for shipping, let me know, because I would really love to try it. I am just broke and can't afford to pay lots of money for shipping and stuff. So, yeah, that's my first one on my list. Who is tweeting? Whatever stuff's happening. Okay. So moving on to my next favorite, I picked up the Kat Von D. This is the Lock-It Concealer Cream. This is a beautiful, beautiful concealer. I really struggle with finding right concealers because I find they really like to settle in lines for me because I've got really dry skin, and just kind of every concealer just brings out the dryness. This one doesn't do that at all. It's really great for if you have dry skin. If you don't like a super full coverage concealer though, you might not like this. I happen to like a super full coverage concealer, so this has been really amazing. I haven't been using it too much lately because this is like slightly dark for my skin tone now. It's not really, it's like, it's not that it's too dark, it matches my skin tone perfectly. So if I have any blemishes, I'll use this to cover that, and it works really well for that, but it doesn't really brighten my under eye area anymore. I like to use a slightly lighter one for underneath my eyes to just kind of brighten. This is too dark for that now. So I do want to pick up a lighter color of this because I do really love this concealer. I originally got a sample from Sephora, just like a small, I actually think I still have it. I can show you how big the samples are. Yep, so I originally had a sample for Sephora. They actually matched me perfectly for the right color. So I picked up the exact same color. This is L11 Neutral. I'd say it's probably a little bit pinky. I'd prefer something that's got a little bit more yellow to it, but it's not bad. It matches pretty well. And yeah, so I picked up a full size when I ran out of the mini one because I was so in love with it and I just had to have it. So yeah, that is that. Moving on to the next product, I have a little mini sample from this is the Tarte Tartetist lash paint. I got the, how do I say this? I got the 500 point thing from Sephora. That was the Tarte one, so it came with mascara, came with a mini of the, I'll just show you that as well because I don't know what it is. It is the Tartetist clay paint liner in bronze, and it also came with a brush, and it also came with a lip liner and a lip paint. So it came with this mascara. This mascara is amazing. Like, I love this mascara. It might actually replace my love for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is my all-time favorite mascara. The only thing I don't like about the sample size is it's not a twist cap, so oh my gosh, now it's stuck. A product likes to build up a lot, like it just pulls right out of the tube. So product has been building up like here and crazy. Someone please confirm for me if the full size, like regular size, is like a normal twist cap, because if it is like this, I will not be purchasing it. Otherwise, I love this mascara. The formula for it is great. The brush for it is great. I'll show you again. See, again, because you pull it out, like a bunch of product just comes out. It's not very good in that sense for the sample size, but if it's just a normal twist off, I totally want this because this brush is beautiful. It's more like those, you know, the CoverGirl Lash Blast, those ones. It's kind of more like a brush like that as opposed to, I don't know, like a standard mascara brush. I really like those style of brushes. I just feel like they work really well for separating the lashes and stuff like that. But it's very similar, I find, to the Better Than Sex formula, which I love. So it's like my two favorite things together. It's like a really, really thick mascara. It really helps thicken the lashes and all of that. Yeah. It's a beautiful mascara. I just hate the packaging for the sample size. So if the packaging for the full size is a twist, comes out of the tube, I totally want it. So if someone can confirm that, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much. Okay, so the next product I have here is another sample size. This is how I discover all of my new favorite products, is I go into Sephora and I basically get sample sizes. This was actually sent to me from Benefit. Thank you very much, Benefit. I got the Bigger Bolder Brows set, which they sent to me, which was greatly appreciated. And it came with just a mini size of the Ready Set Brow. This is the greatest brow gel I've ever used in my life. So it's just a clear brow gel, but I love the brush on it. So if you look at the brush, on the one side, you can see on this side here, it's got longer bristles, and then on this side here, the bristles are slightly shorter. It's more like a comb, so it really disperses through the brows really nicely and just coats all the brow hairs. And then the front side and like the back, it's kind of more narrow and it's flat, so if you have any unruly brow hairs, you can just kind of use the flat side to just slick them right down. So if you have shorter brows, you can use the shorter comb side to really get through all the brows. I use the longer side for the front of my brows just to kind of really brush them upwards, and then the shorter side for the tail end of my brows. I will definitely be repurchasing this in a full size when I run out. This has been wonderful. I love it. The next thing on my favorites list that I've got here is the MAC 137 brush. This, when I worked at MAC, I recently quit because it was just becoming too much with school and I was so sad. But everyone at my MAC called this like the kitten paws brush because it literally feels like kitten paws on your face. It's just so soft. It's really nice for blush. I like to use it for bronzing, but specifically for all over bronzing, I'll use the 135 brush, which is a little bit wider. This one I like to use if I'm doing like a really heavy contour and then I just kind of want to blend it out and just blend it out with like a little bit of bronzer sort of thing. It can still give me like a nice precise application, but just kind of blend everything out. So I really like using this one. It's also really nice for blush and stuff like that. This is just, it's so soft. Like, it's so soft. It's beautiful. I love it. And then another brush I have on my list is the 221 brush, which is basically this brush, but like for your eyes. It's a lot smaller. So this is like a really tiny blending brush. I'll show you the 217 as a comparison. Where in the world did my 217 brush go? There it is. The 217 brush is this one here. This is the 221. So you can see the 217 is a little bit larger. The other difference between the 217 and the 221 is if I turn this sideways, you can see that the actual like metal barrel kind of tapers in and flattens the brush a little bit. So this one is not like that. It's round all the way around. So this I've really been liking for just kind of smoking out the outer corner if I want a really precise application, but I still want it really blended and smoky. I'll use this. Also, if I want just to kind of blend out more of a precise application, if I use a pencil brush to really pack on black or something like that in the outer corner, I'll just go in with this brush just to kind of blend out the edges a little bit, because it is a lot smaller of a blending brush as opposed to using a really big blending brush, which is just gonna blend everything out crazy, make it all muddy. You don't want that. So I like to go in with a little bit smaller of a precise blending brush, if you know what I mean. So the next product I've got here is, this is the Becca Opal highlight. I bought this forever ago, and when I first bought it, I didn't actually use it that much, but lately I've been using this like crazy. I've pretty much been using this every single day. This has become my daily highlighter, so which is why I'm putting it in my favorites even though I bought it like forever ago. Yeah, I've just been really loving this highlighter because I don't know, I just feel like it's really works with my skin tone. It just kind of melts in the skin. It's just, Becca makes beautiful highlighters just in general. They're not really chunky glittery, they're just like really, they're just beautiful, and the way they just glide onto the skin is beautiful as well. So I've been really using this highlighter a lot lately. I've been obsessed with it. So, and then the last thing on my favorites list, I think this is going to be the last thing on my favorites list. This is the Glam Glow, what is this? The Pout Mud Wet Lip Balm Treatment. Since it is getting dry here in Canada, I have been using this every day, and it's been keeping my lips from cracking and peeling and doing all of that crazy stuff. I actually noticed when the dryness started setting in and my lips were starting to crack, I hadn't been using this, but now I pack this on my lips before I go to bed, and then also I'll put it on my lips right like when I'm putting on my moisturizer, because I go through and do all my eye makeup first. It has that time to kind of sit into my lips for a little bit before I go and put on my lipstick and stuff. This has really been helping with my lips peeling and cracking and all of that stuff. They basically haven't been. This is a lifesaver for if you've got crazy dry cracked lips. This is the greatest thing I've ever used. This is probably an all-time favorite. I think when I like my last favorites video like a year ago, I'm pretty sure this was in my favorites, but it's back in my favorites. It's probably gonna be in all of my favorites. I love this product. It's my favorite. I've said favorite a lot now. I'm just gonna stop now with the, yeah, okay. I almost forgot. Next thing on my favorites is I picked up a Z palette from the Makeup Geek website, and I also picked up some Makeup Geek shadows, and the favorites out of this are obviously the Makeup Geek shadows. I do have some MAC shadows in here as well, but the Makeup Geek shadows I think are way better. I feel like a lot of them are more pigmented and they just go on absolutely beautifully, and for the price they're like $6 each for a single pan, as opposed to I think MACs are $8 each for a single pan. So they are definitely a little bit cheaper, and I feel like most of them are better quality. Like there are some MAC ones in here that I think are absolutely stunning. Like I've got, which one is this? Coppering is a beautiful shade, and I feel like it goes on really pigmented as well. Same with like soft brown, but I feel like I've got charcoal brown over here. Like that one's not really doing it too much for me. But so the Makeup Geek ones I have in here is I've got, which one's this one? This is Rapunzel. And then this one here is, which one is this? Peach Smoothie. And then I've got Desert Sands, Cocoa Bear, Cherry Cola, and then these three along the bottom. So I've got Mermaid, Dragonfly, and Houdini. These are all like my Makeup Geek shadows, and I'm absolutely obsessed with all of them. Like they're all stunning and beautiful. I'm probably going to be buying a lot more of my shadows from Makeup Geek. I also want to get some Anastasia single shadows to fill up my Z palette here. But yeah, the Z palette is amazing to hold all of my single shadows. It's beautiful that it has a clear lid so you can see what is in here. And then because it's magnetic, they all stay in place. I can shake this around and they're not gonna go anywhere. And I love that you can create your own custom palettes as well. So I love my Z palette. This is the extra large one, so it can hold 35 shadows, I believe. This has been basically this is my go-to palette now. This is basically what I use pretty much almost every day, or at least I use at least 1 or 2 shadows from here on the daily. So this has been my new favorite thing ever. This is like my baby now. This is my baby. That is the last thing on my favorites. Alright guys, so that was all of my favorite products for the month of October. If you have any videos that you would like to see or any requests, leave them in the comments down below and I will do that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you guys next time. Bye!